highway, this blood clot. Blood clot. You still in there?
Dead.
Sean, no father.
Yeah, the man over there said I truck to him.
Yeah, I see them. They say they're good still. God, no. Yeah, man. Revolt the old 5A. Oh, like in Jiff way?
Yeah, can you say my drip I come even
Yeah.
and say all of my pull up from him, I like say my come over upon him here now.
And we drop asleep, yes?
Double shift.
Sean, no, George. I reach home and bum buck. Yo, you know, sir, when you reach near and get comfortably sleep, come down for your more time, you know. The dog bug fly out. Rough in the dog, you go out and try to reach in and can't reach home back, you know. Rough. Chop in, drop asleep.
Just come over the hill.
Chop in, drop asleep, man. Yeah, General. Give thanks to life and bless upon yourself. My sister, you try if you saving still. I want to drop asleep. You can't hurt like I overtake him, I overtake.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz News and Entertainment with a buzz. We could not start off the news in Jamaica without there being a section with an accident in which persons are injured or even worse, lose them life. So in this first accident, we see that there's a two-car collision. More than likely, speeding was a major factor, contributing factor. People now keep on them side or overtake a line of traffic, and hence what we see. But that is just one of many accidents on the road in the last 24 hours or so. I want you to take a look to our next accident in which a pro box with a couple of children and adults in it. The man claims that the tire bust, the vehicle flip over at least 3 times. However, because of YouTube's policy, I will have to edit it. I can only show you certain parts, but you can see the vehicle. You can see persons rushing to their assistant. And you could also hear the little pitney them a cry, obviously shaking up. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Pitney in there, I'll be a pitney in there, brother. Hold it, source. I'll be a pitney. Take off the bottle. Everybody alright? Eh? Yeah, everybody alright. So what is happening for alright? Boss? And this is a wheel up? And next one? A wheel bus. This is a bus. Yeah, wheel bus, man. So no, we don't know. Flip.
Now, if there's one thing for sure and 2 things for certain, if I'm a gunman, if an accident or taxes are going to kill you, I don't know what else will. Because in this instance, accident, you see, sir, a young youth driving the vehicle, more than likely he was speeding. There was no rain, so therefore he could not say that the car hydroplane slide, slip, and then flip over at least 3 times. Don't understand how parents driving with children just allow anybody to put the lives of their children in a jeopardy. And then whenever something like this happens, everybody a ball. Because you hear the children traumatized, crying, and then the parents silent. Nobody says nothing until something bad do them. Such is the case in this case. When will they learn? Never, more than likely. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about the rural school bus saga that has been taking place in Jamaica, in the news, in a real life, in which Minister of Transportation, Darrell Vaz, said that they paid 1.4 billion Jamaican dollars for 110 bus. That would equate to an average of $79,500 per bus. All school bus ages 8 to 10-year-old that are out of commission in the United States. They were good when they were new, but they've served their useful purpose. We understand that stuff can be refurbished. You can refurbish the engine and it could be good again, probably better than the bus and better than what we have right now. Now, yesterday I did a video and I spoke about this and I said the moral of the story is that we're not getting bang for bucks. There is no way under Master God Earth that we're supposed to pay $79,000 for your all school bus with 70-something, 100 and something thousand miles. Those buses probably worth maybe 2,000, 10,000, 9,000, 15,000 or so, but definitely nowhere close to $79,500. As a matter of fact, there are buses that are out there for $30-something thousand, picture on the screen as I speak. Those buses have been refurbished. Those buses have like 50, 75,000 and the engine is pretty much brand new. So when I did that video, I was not debating whether the prices that children are paying to go to school is expensive or whether the bus time you can't get bus efficiently. That was never the debate. The debate was if we are getting bang for our bucks. If the persons that are tasked to spend the public purse is spending it responsible or having sound financial advice. And in this case, that is not the case. So what I did, I sourced the actual invoice, source the place that they got it from, source who was the middle person, and source who it was going to, meaning Ministry of Education / Ministry of Transport. So people, if you look at the screen, this is the person that is selling it. Notice me screenshot it, crop it, so you can see. They are located in the United States. But if you look at the invoice, you would clearly see this invoice does not look like an invoice that is professional. First thing first, I am not going to even debate. You don't see a phone number. You don't see an email address, which is usually standard on any sorts of professional invoice. You don't see a company logo, just the name of the company. It looked like something that you and I with a proper program, not even proper program, outdated, fatback computer days invoice could do. Your little child, 5, 7-year-old could have made with the proper, well, not even proper, half decent, outdated invoice creator. So if you look at the amount on the screen as I speak, some of them are 9,000, some of them in the low teens, even if they were bidding. Now, people, I used to be on eBay, so I am familiar with how bidding goes. Bidding usually starts low, and then people outbid each other, and the person that make the highest bid usually gets it. But there's a cutoff point, meaning that you can bid till it reaches the amount that the seller wants. Or you could pay, avoid the bid process, and just pay for the bus. So in other words, if that bus was 9,000, 12,000, you could probably buy that bus at $20,000. I am just giving you an example. So I say this to say that if the bus start at 9,000, 13,000, and you buy the bus for say 20, 25, call it even $30,000, that would still be 40-something $1,000 that is unaccounted for. You're going to tell me that you're going to buy a bus for 20,000 and then you're going to spend 40 or 50,000 for putting engine, for transport it, ship it, and then clear it customs. Remember, we are speaking about the government. Remember, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Transport, so therefore they do not have to pay. Yes, they have to pay to ship it, but they do not have to pay to clear it because it is government going towards a worthy cause, charity at best, at worst, whatever you want to call it. What makes it even worse is that the Minister of Transport, Darrell Vaz, when he realized that persons realized that the company that was the middle person does not even have a license to conduct business in a Jamaica, is out of business. If you look at the screen, this is the picture of the company. Notice the premises is vacant. They no longer practice importing anything. As a matter of fact, they are not even supposed to. Because the truth and the fact is that if you are familiar with government entity, whenever you want anything, you have to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. Them want to in testing. They want to make sure that everything is done proper. Vetting process is very strict. So how it is that our government can buy some old school bus and then say them pay $79,000 and expect people to just accept it as that is normal protocol or normal procedure. As a matter of fact, if you look at your screen, this is one of those buses on a record. Take a listen, take a look.
The old Buston start broke down already.
One thing, you know, Jamaica full of used bus, you know. Jamaica full of used bus, and I want them get that old buckler bus from. I want to die fast. TVJ, you see that?
Now, people, this is my disclaimer. Anything mechanical, anything computer, it can break down. It can have flaw. So I am not saying that it can happen, but me just say, based on what you said, Mr. Darrell Vaz, newly renovated, refurbished engine, chances are, anybody, 1,000 persons, if you ask them, if them ever buy a new car or refurbished engine car and drive it on the road and it broke down pan day one, let me know in the comment section. The point I am trying to make is that it is hardly likely, if that bus engine was actually refurbished, that it would have broken down and looked like some old JLP, some old lemon. So yes, I know that we need a bus, and I know that children's lives are at risk with these taximan. Taximan are breed off the little pitney them are dead off in a school bus, minibus, whatever the case is. So that is not an issue. Yes, we need bus, and we should have been had bus and proper transportation for our children since they are the future. But are we getting bang for a buck? Are we that desperate? That is like me or you are a woman picking up a man that she knows say worthless, and me I pick up a woman when me know say worthless, only because me want say me want have a woman, or the woman I say she want have a man. It makes absolutely no sort of sense. That is asinine thinking. And this was not bang for bucks. This is irresponsible financial decision made by Vaz. Somebody is hustling, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a video that has been making its round over social media, in which it seems as if the police traffic enforcement pulled over a vehicle a woman was probably driving, and she had a male passenger. When they pulled over the woman for whatever reason, whether it was legal or illegal, it seems as if there was some sort of problem with the passenger of that lady's vehicle, a man, and there was a bad interaction between himself and the police. I want you to take a look at exactly what transpired, and then I'll give my piece.
Yeah, don't touch me. Don't let me. Don't touch me. Don't let me. Don't let me.
Why your camera never turn on in the beginning?
Where what number? Where your name? Don't let me. Tell me your name.
Officer.
To the bad man. Come to money. Money not look for me.
Hello.
Money.
Hello, mister. Why your camera never did turn on?
Give me a long time.
Him just turn it on.
Come now.
No, but me ask you why you never turn on your camera long time.
I'm telling you, bring your phone. You can't let me with that. You can't let me. You can't let me. This way.
So why am I got pepper spray?
That was your one. I want to
We're not-
So, people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. Don't know, just going based off the video that I saw, if this was a situation in which the police pulled over the vehicle for speeding or some vehicular infraction, or this was a left or right situation, meaning that it's either you left a thing or we write a ticket. Went wrong. Something went wrong either way. I am thinking that this is more like a left or right situation where it did not go down as they had anticipated and that person refused to pay the money that was demanded or requested by the police. Just my opinion, I was not there. If this was a case in which this man was interrupting the course of justice, then he was wrong and he should have got some clothing from the police baton. So that is why I say this was probably more a case in which the police was probably doing something wrong, doing something that did not follow the protocol, not saying that they were trying to bribe the man to give them some money and don't get the ticket. I don't know. I was not there, but me just say, knowing these officers, how they react, if somebody is interrupting the course of justice, more than likely you don't get some sorts of coffins. So the fact that they were that patient and the fact that you and I know that the police that are on the road conducting search, ticket police, traffic infraction police, we know so them licky and them corrupt. People, let me know what you think in the comment section, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, continuing on the theme on the political front, not front as in, you know what, meaning the landscape. I spoke about the rural school bus saga, beat the JLP, and I know say people are going to say, boy, you're a real PNP, a Mark Golden, little son, little black son. Well, people, I have to put out what is out there. And what is out there is that we saw that Mark Golden, on one of his political campaign, caused some choice words, some choice clocks. And this was based on the fact that he was at the microphone and the microphone decided that it was going to malfunction. And it got a good old English or Jamaican clotting. I want you to take a look at exactly what happened, and then I'll give my piece.
Southwest St. Anne, are you ready for Iman, Marky G, Mark Jefferson Golden? Yo. Well, you look like you're ready. You sound like you're ready. You feel like you're ready. And even though the mic not ready.
Yeah.
And even.
Yeah.
And even though the mic. Blood clot. Yo. Hey.
So people, there you have it in live and in living color. Marky G, meaning Mark Golden, in a him dancehall element, I guess he thought that he was a selector. And he was on the microphone and he was playing some boom tune and the mic was malfunctioning. So therefore, in proper dancehall etiquette, him just caused some choice clot. When I think about Mark Golden, him kind of remind me of when you have a friend in America where him white, you call him Almighty Whitey. And he thinks that he is Jamaican and he's always trying to prove that he is cool and so hip. That is what I think when I think about Mr. Mark Golden. However, we see say people like him, people in the political landscape like him, PNP people like him, and he's a leader of their party. But people, like I've always said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning that if you cause a couple of choice cloth, then of course there's supposed to be an apology. I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what Marky G, selector extraordinaire, has to say in his apology, and then I'll give my piece.
It sounds like we have a good microphone system tonight. Last night, I was at another function, and a pure problem with the microphone. And me butter a little BC under my breath. Me never mean anybody to hear it. And a live feed pick it up. So I just want to say to anybody who heard it and feel offended, sorry here, sir. Never mean no disrespect. Me never mean to offend nobody. Me's a humble youth and a well-behaved youth. And I would never disrespect Jamaican people. Anyway, comrades, that is then and this is now.
So people, there you have it. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Cuss to cloth, then you apologize. Everything is good. Damage control, everything back to square one. Let me know what you think in the comment section, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on the video that is playing on the screen as I speak. It's of an incident that took place in a place known as Raytown, where they keep that event. Based on the information, it is said that at about 3 p.m., a lady, her name is Nisha Williams, had some dispute with her cousin, a male cousin. It kicked off from verbal to physical. Him wheel and pop off a kitchen utensil, juke her up a couple of times. She was rushed to the hospital. I guess people call the police. When the police come on the scene, them and the man in a confrontation based on the police reports. Him rush the police wheel and pop off, blaze up a couple of cans, hitting him. He was rushed to the hospital, pronounced pretty much he was gone on the spot. Anytime you rush the police, more than likely, it is going to be a fatal error, such as in this case. Now, people, there's a saying that says blood thicker than water, but it seems as if anybody in Jamaica is an equal opportunity target. Your father can't take you out, the son can't take you out, your sister can't take you out, your mother or father, vice versa. It seems as if people don't respect family anymore. It is very sad when we see people lose their life, but it is even sadder when we see family take out family, as in this case. Very tragic, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.